Hello friends, I am Justin Paul from Computer Science and Engineering Department, currently doing my second year BTech in Computer Science and Engineering in Karunya University. So for the Java programming lab, I have been given the first experiment. In the first experiment, I have been given 5 problems. So we will go to NetBeans, and then as we can see, I have already created a project. So for you to create a project, go to File, then click on this new project, then Java and Java application. Next, and then here you need to give the Java like the project name that you need to do, and then click on finish. Since I have already done, I no need to make a new project. So see, I will see the first program, that is to implement the factorial of a given number. So for the factorial, I will click on this. So here first of all, I will be importing this scanner. Okay, so it is available in Java package. Inside that Java package, there is another package called util. Inside that util package, we have to have that scanner package. So we will use the syntax as import java.util.scanner. So this scanner class is helpful for the input and output operations. First of all, let me tell you one thing, that there is not much difference between C++ and Java. Just we need to learn the syntax, and then Java is really very easy to learn and understand. So here I have created a main class, and then inside that string arguments, then scanner s is equal to new scanner system.in. This line will help us to do all the input and output functions. The line after that, I have declared a variable n, and then instead of cout in C++, in Java we use a little bit bigger term, that is system.out.println, and then inside that we have to keep the command, that is enter a number and then put it inside the parenthesis. So to have that number stored in some variable, we need to use n is equal to s. S is the, already told you that s will be helpful for us for the input and output operation. So n is equal to s dot next int. This is used to store an integer value. After that, I have declared another variable, that is int fact is equal to 1, and then I have initialized a for loop which starts from n and till I is greater than 1, and then I am decrementing I. Then fact is equal to I into fact, and then instead of cout, here in Java we are using system.out.println, and then I will display the answer. So in this for loop, first n, that is the value of n, the number of which we want to find the factorial. Suppose if we want to find the factorial of 3, so i's value will be 3 into 1, that is 3. That 3 will be uh, like this fact's value will change as 3. Then when I becomes 2 after decrementing, then 3 into 2, 6. That way it will be always going. So I will make this program run. For making the program run, we need to right click and then click on run file. So here it's asking enter a number. I'll enter 3. So we can see the factorial number 3 is 6. If I want to find a factorial of 10, so 36 to 88800. My next program is to grade the student. So to grade the student, I have created another program. Here also we will be importing that scanner class, and then inside the main function, again for input and output operations, scanner s is equal to new scanner system.in. This is creating an object, and then int marks, that is a variable for storing the marks, and then I've created another variable called grade, and then initialized it as null. Then system.out.println, that is enter the mark of a subject. This is the command which will be shown in the output screen, and then I am storing this value, the whichever marks will be entered, I will be storing it in the variable marks. Marks is equal to s dot next int. This is the way to get value. And then here I am using if else if. We are checking whether if marks is greater than equal to 95, we are initializing the grade as O. If it is like between 90 and 95, we are initializing the grade as S. In the same way, if it's less than 50, we are like printing a grade is equal to fail. Then system.out.println, the grade of marks obtained is grade. For running this program, again right click, run file. So enter the marks of subject. Suppose if I enter 35, it will show the grade of marks obtained is fail, because if it's less than 50, we have told that grade is equal to fail. Again, if I enter another value, that is 96. So we can see here I have initialized that if the marks is greater than equal to 95, print the grade as O. We'll go to the third program. The third program asks me to perform Tribonacci series of given number. In the C++ program, I have performed the like I have given the program for Fibonacci series. Here we have the Tribonacci series, that is adding three numbers. Okay. So for doing that Tribonacci series, again we have imported the java.util.scanner class, and then in the public static void main function, again scanner is equal to new scanner system.in. Then for printing that command, enter the number till you want to print Tribonacci series, and then I am storing that value in num. So again int num is equal to s dot next. Then I have initialized three variables: a is equal to 0, b is equal to 0, and c is equal to 1. Then again I have initialized another variable d, and then that d I have initialized with the value of a plus b plus c. I told you Tribonacci series, that is the sum of previous three numbers. So when the next number comes, it will be b plus c plus d. In that way it will go on. So here I am like printing Tribonacci series, and then a plus b plus c slash d. And then I have initialized a for loop, that is starting from int I is equal to 4, and it will run till I is less than equal to num, and then I am incrementing I. Inside that loop I am printing d plus d, and then I am giving the value of b to a, c to b, and d to c. Again d is equal to a plus b. So it's like a simple swap, right? Not swap, we can say like we need to calculate the sum of the previous three numbers, right? So first we have calculated a plus b plus c is equal to d. So what we are doing, we will not change the formula again and again. We'll just pass the values, like see, for the b's value we are passing it to a. So now instead of b, that value will be containing a, c, b, d, c. So again we can perform the same, a plus b plus c. So I will run this program. If I want till 6, okay, so we can see 0 0 1. So for Tribonacci series, 0 plus 0 plus 1, that is 1. Again 0 plus 1 plus 1 is 2. Again 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. If you want some bigger number, then um, 10, 0 0 1 1 2 4 7 13 24 44. It's really easy. Then for my next program, I have been told to identify the prime numbers between the given range. So for prime numbers, again I have like imported that scanner class, and then inside the main function, scanner is equal to new scanner system.in. Then I have declared three variables, num1 count, and then I have initialized count is equal to 0, and then another two variables I and j for the for loop. Then here I am printing, enter the range between prime numbers, like between which prime numbers are to be printed. I am getting the input from the user, that is the starting number and the ending number, and then I am storing it in the variables num and then num1. So here I have used a for loop which is starting from the num, that is the starting number, till the ending number, and then I am increasing the I plus plus, and then here I have initialized count as 0. Inside that for loop I have created another for loop that is starting from 2, j is equal to 2, and till j less than I and j plus plus. So if I mod j is equal to 0, that is when dividing I and j, if the remainder is 0, then we will increase the count and then break, that is come out of this. After all this, after this for loop, again inside the same for loop, we are checking if count is equal to 0, then system.out.print is I plus. Okay. So again it will go this way, this program will run. So here it's asking enter the starting number, let it be 1, okay, and then the ending number, let it be 35. So now we can see the prime numbers between 1 and 35 are 1 2 3 5 7 11 13 17 19 23 29 and 31. So it's really easy program, right? We are just checking if it's divisible. So if it's dividing more than once, then we can't like print that number. But if it's printing only once, that is here we are checking, right? Count if it's 0, then we will print. Then we have the last program to achieve this following pattern. This is a triangular pattern. For that I have created a program. Here again, like here we are not importing any like this thing, scanner class, because we don't have any input operations here. So here in the main function I'm declaring three variables I, j and k. Here I have initialized three loops. One is for space, one is for the number of rows, and third one is for printing the stars. So starting I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 3 because 3 rows are there, then I plus plus, and then inside that for loop I'm taking j is equal to 2, j greater than equal to I, and j minus minus. This is for the space. And then after coming out of this for j loop, we are coming into the k loop, and then printing the star. K is starting from 1, and then this formula we are deriving 2 into I minus 1. Just we can see here it's 1 star, then the second it's getting 3 star, then it's 5 star, that is it is increasing by 2. So we come into this formula 2 into I minus 1, and then we are printing the star again. After that we are coming out, we are going to the next line. So I'll run this program, so we can see this stars are being printed. It's very simple. Like we need to just think about that, how many rows are there, how many spaces are to be given, like what is the pattern of the stars, like how many stars are there in the first line, second line. So I hope you understood all these 5 programs. So thank you for watching my video.